Welcome to the Instagram stories for Wednesday, January 24th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. We're going to do news in this episode, but stick around to the end because I think you're going to be surprised by what happens in the second half of this episode. Let's get into the news first. Meta has posted a blog post explaining that they are now offering people more choice on how they can use Meta services in the EU. I will cut to the chase of this long blog post. If you live in the EU or Switzerland, you will have the choice to disconnect your Instagram and Facebook account, and you will be able to use them completely separately so that information is no longer used across accounts. That applies for other Meta services as well. For instance, people who use Facebook Messenger can choose whether they wish to continue using Facebook Messenger with their Facebook account or if they would prefer to create a standalone new Messenger account. If you use Facebook Marketplace, you have the opportunity to use Facebook Marketplace without your normal Facebook account. Same thing for Facebook Gaming, and people in the EU, EEA, and Switzerland have the ability to use Instagram and Facebook for free with ads or subscribe to stop seeing ads. If people subscribe to stop seeing ads, their information will not be used for ads. That's not new. That started in November, but just reiterating the fact that this is possible. If you live in the EU or Switzerland, definitely check this news out. I will link to the blog post in the show notes so you can read it for yourself. In other Meta news, the CEO of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, posted in his broadcast channel a new feature that Instagram is testing. He says, "This week we started testing notes prompts, a new way for people to create a note that prompts others to respond. The idea is that by giving people more ways to participate, they might be more comfortable expressing themselves and then connect with friends in notes. If you see this feature, try starting a prompt and let us know what you think." Looking at this feature as a whole, it looks like a combination of the idea of a story sticker where you can add yours and contribute to the conversation, but instead of having it live on stories, it lives in the direct message inbox where you can use the notes feature, kick it off with a question or something you want to discuss. People can contribute their responses and everyone can see what that conversation is. I really like this idea because it blends two very good ideas. I can't link to Adam Mosseri's broadcast channel so you can read this for yourself, but I can link to an article about it from socialmediatoday.com so this way you can see what the screenshot looks like. Now let's do a quick hit of TikTok news. Social media expert Matt Navarra, who by the way is a friend of the show, I'd interviewed him on the podcast early in the pandemic. It's been a while. I will start that conversation back up again to have Matt Navarra on again. Anyway, he posted on Threads, "It's happening. TikTok is testing 30-minute long video uploads," and he included a screenshot of TikTok showing introducing 30-minute videos. You can now upload videos up to 30 minutes long. Obviously, this is a play on TikTok's part to compete with YouTube. I personally am not interested in watching a 30-minute video on TikTok, but some people might be interested in that, so it's good to have the option. As a reminder, by contrast, Reels only allows you to upload videos that are a maximum of 90 seconds. TikTok has allowed videos up to 10 minutes for the past couple of years, so there's still a pretty big gap there. I will link to this screenshot in the show notes so you can check it out for yourself. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some networking and a surprise, so stick around. And we're back. Recently on the show, I talked about some of the challenges that I personally face when it comes to networking. I don't think that I'm very good at it, and I put out a call. If you listen to the show and you wanted to do some networking with me, I would love to chat. Since then, I've done Zoom video conferences, Google Meets, phone conversations. A number of you have reached out, and it's been absolutely fantastic to get to chat with some of you who listen to the show all the time. One of the people I spoke with named Vaughn, and he's from Kentucky. I told Vaughn about some of the challenges that I've had since I got laid off, and Vaughn told me in no uncertain terms that he knew exactly what it felt like to get laid off, and it was the best thing that ever happened to him. Vaughn also told me about an event that he works on that has to do with bringing people together in a networking type of environment. I'll let Vaughn explain it to you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Vaughn, at Farmer Vaughn Said on Instagram. I've been listening to Daniel's show over 2 years, and I'd like to tell you all about an event called Nerd Night. Go to nerdnight.com to search for your city or check to see if there's one in your area. Nerd Night is an event that allows for all nerds of any shape, color, size, or creed to come together and nerd out, speak passionately about a subject that they feel passionate about. It's kind of like a TEDx, but in a bar. If you feel interested to network and learn from other people in your community, go to nerdnight.com and search for your city or find one that's close to your area and join the event. Here in Kentucky, I host 2 of the Nerd Night events, and people come out and enjoy it. They network to meet other people in the community and form really good relationships. Remember, go to nerdnight.com to find an event near you. Back to you, Daniel.
That was awesome. I love having different voices on the show, and Vaughn has just been so encouraging. I will link to the site he's talking about in the show notes so you can check it out for yourself. There's one more thing I want to talk about. There's a rap song at the end of the show, which I love, but kind of gets old hearing over and over. There's somebody that I work with who I give them the idea of what I want the lyrics to be, they record the rap, and we do it periodically, so I have a new audio clip at the end of the show. However, recently I found an AI app called Suno.ai that can create rap songs for you. Actually, it can create any song for you. You just give it the parameters. I told it I want a jazzy hip-hop style rap about my Instagram and TikTok news podcast. I publish episodes 3 times a week with social media news, and I'm Daniel Hill Media. Here is the rap song that it made for me.
Let me tell you about this podcast I know, where the news be flowing like it's hot off the stove. 3 times a week, yeah, they keep it fresh. Daniel Hill Media, putting social media to the test. Instagram, TikTok, they got all the deets. The latest trends and viral tricks, from influencers to funny cat memes. They cover it all like a high-tech dream. Dating the news, bringing the news in your jazzy hip-hop style for all you cool dudes. Get your daily fix, stay in the know with the social media chronicles. Let's go.
Okay, obviously that's not perfect, but for me just writing in that prompt and getting audio back in some kind of style and description like what I asked for is absolutely unbelievable to me. Really looking forward to messing with this tool. Maybe I could create a new rap song a couple times a week. I don't know. They give you a bunch of credits. I will link to Suno.ai so you can check it out in the show notes. As always, thank you so much for listening. And if you'd like to network, chat, get to know me, send a DM at Daniel Hill Media and we can set it up.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave, without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.